yesterday. I think you were both in the you're both in the level design. The level design from yesterday, for whatever reason, and I don't know if several of my videos are like this, but the screen recorder I was using, I did not set it to record my computer microphone, so you can hear my students, i.e. you, in there, but you can't hear me speaking the whole time. So that's awesome, and there's nothing I can really do about that, but hopefully you got all that material. All right, but I made sure to turn it on this time, so we're good. All right, moving on. All right, so we're going to create a file read. We already did that. We're going to read save text file. Create save text file in our Unity project. Hopefully you already have it open. All right, save text file. Save text file. Then we'll switch to Visual Studio. Open that up. All right, and then we will copy that. We need using system IO. Using system IO. All right, and then we're going to come down here into class and have some class variables. Public string file name equals hello.text, and then public string folder name equals data. Public string file path equals no file path yet. Private file read write manager, file manager. That's good. Our start function, string text data equals hello \n and goodbye. So that's the actual data we're going to write to the file. Why is it like that? Oh, I hate that. So that should not be that should not look like an error. That should maybe a warning. It should be like a yellow under, that I haven't used it yet. So what? I mean, I could create 10 variables without using them, and it's not going to cause a problem. That's Visual Studio for you. All right. File manager. What am I doing? That's wrong. No, that's right. Equals new file read write manager, file path equals path combine application data path. What? I put a square bracket in there for some reason. Right. Data path. What the hell? All right. Fingers off the home keys. All right. Data path. There we go. Folder name. File path equals path combine file path file name. Alright, file manager, write text file, file path, text data. Alright, so just kind of walk through what's going on here, right? So the file name is what the file is going to be called when it's written, right? That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. The folder name has to be data, right? When you use a standalone application, it creates a data file when you save something, right? A data folder, and it's expecting that data folder to be there. All right, so use data, and when we test this in Unity, and we'll do this in a second, we need to create a data folder in our assets folder. Okay, so it's going to look for that. And the file path, well, it's set down here, right? All right, so then in the start function, we set the text data that we're going to write into the string. The file manager, we create a file read write manager that we did over here, right? Create one of these, and then we let me save that. We create the path to which we're going to save it by doing that path combine thing that I told you about 2 days ago. And then we write text file with the file path and the data, right? So look over here and see what it actually does, right? File info gets info about it, right? And file info gets data about the file, right? And the first thing, most important thing in this case, is whether it exists or not, right? If it does, it deletes it, actually. So it deletes the file, then it writes it. A stream writer, a data stream is just a way of pushing stuff out to a file, right? And you have to create one of those. And then the writer, we say writer equals text file dot create text, and that creates a text document. And then send to the writer, we write the actual string data that was passed into that file. All right, that's all it goes on. Okay. So this needs to be added to, right? We'll add it to, what does he add that to? It doesn't have to be attached to the text like the others because it's not actually doing anything, right? Yes, I think. Crazy cat. All right. Let's see. It's just the main camera. All right. So we'll take the save text file, add to the main camera. Oh, I'm in the wrong scene, so I'm going to take that off. All right, so go back to the main camera. I'm going to just move that out of the way. Move component. Let me go to the scene where we need it. All right, so I don't have a scene like that yet. All right, so I'm going to say new scene. And since this is save text, well, I called it read. What did I call it there? Write stream, right? So it just, that's weird. All right. I guess if you don't do anything with a new scene, it doesn't actually save it. All right. So we'll call this write stream. All right. And we will take the save text file, put that on the main camera. Let's see. We do need a back button anyway, right? So I told you to have that. Let's go to the main camera first. We'll do this real quick. Do our normal setup. Make that black. So S game object UI button. Come over here, pop that in the center. All right. That button. All right, say back. All right. I guess we can put the game manager on the man camera too, so we can use that function to go back, right? And the button, we'll say object is main camera, game manager, handle scene change, and 00 menu, I think I called it. Let me look real quick. Yes, that is it. All right. Okey-doke. All right, so save that. Let's see. Oh, we need in the assets folder, we're going to create a data folder, if I can get my button to work. Data. All right, so actually, while I'm here, I'm going to name this back button. I need this in a lot of the other scenes anyway, so let's just, while we're here, save us some time, right? We'll just copy this button by Command C, right? And then go to the other scenes, read stream. Oh, I already have a back button there. I think I did. Read text scene. And I have one there too. All right, that's cool. Then I'm already set up to go. Let's go to the menu and play. All right, so we'll go ahead and test the other ones. All right, that's good. And we're gonna write. I didn't put that in the build settings. See, there should be an error now. Oh, and I didn't connect that button to anything. So just call me stupid. All right, here we go. Right stream. All right, so this has have an action, right? There we go. Scene, main camera, game manager, handle scene change. Copy that. All right. Now let's try it. Good to go. Now I got to put it in the build settings. I'm trying to go too fast. All right. So actually the menu's not in there either. Restream. Close that. Now it should work. Unless I missed something else. Right stream. All right. So it should have written it by now. We probably should put a debug log in there or something to show that, hey, I'm writing something, right? But there's not. So you have to kind of, let's see. Well, if I go into data, is it there? This is the weird. I called it weird because I would think it'd be in there now, right? But it seems like you have to stop it before it shows up. And see, it's not there either. All right, so where does it show up at? See, there it is. All right. See, there it is now. That's what it was. All right. That's what when I said there was something weird, right? Notice I took the focus away from Unity, right? And if you look over here, you can see hello down in my data folder, right? See that? You have to switch focus away from Unity and back to see it in there, which that's the weird thing I was saying, right? I remember there's being something odd about how that worked. But you'll see hello and goodbye in that file, right? And you will want to test it again, which I always like to do something else, right? Just to make sure. Go into your save text file and put something else in here, like we are testing again. Right, save that. Then you can run it. And write stream back. See, it doesn't change yet, right? But if I switch there, yeah, there we go. All right. So, remember you have to build this for standalone. Build it Mac. Don't send me a Windows file because I am on a Mac and I won't be able to open it. Even on my work laptop, this is Dell. I don't think I'll be able to open it because it's from an unknown developer and it's probably going to not. It won't allow me to install software, so it's not going to allow me to play your game, the stuff you make. All right, so make it a Mac build, and remember, after you build it, you have to put the resource files. You have to copy the resource files into the folder, right, or it won't work.
So is it okay to do this on the MacBook Pros?
Yes.
These MacBooks that we got. Okay.
Yes. Do you have Unity installed on that?
I don't, but I will.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure before you turn them back in that you uninstall all that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be returned in the state that you got it, basically. So if you log into your Apple ID and set that up in the system preferences and stuff, make sure you log out all that too. All right. Well, that's about it. Is there any questions about that? Charles, we good?
I had one. I know I asked for it yesterday. Where did you write the cities again in Visual Studios?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like where you wrote down like you did it off the screen in there.
I did it off the screen. What do you mean? There's a resource. It's in the resources file, but I did it in Visual Studio. I said new file, right, and then empty text file, right, and I'll just call it counties, maybe, right. They already have cities, and you want to add to project. That's a big part of it, right? Because you want to make sure it's in the project and make sure right here where it says browse, make sure it's in the current project. All right. Got that?
All right. Yeah, right. I was just missing that step. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. All right. I don't know where it should be there. All right. Oh yeah. Well, if you're still there, when you do that, if you just put it in the project, note that this is my project folder, right? Note that counties is not in my asset folder, so to make it work, you have to actually pull it in your asset folder. And I put it in a resources folder, which is fairly common. All right?
Okay.
Because I made that mistake 2 days ago. And if it's not inside the assets folder, you won't be able to find it when you're in Unity. That makes sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Because the project has more than just the assets folder. All right. So, any other questions about that? Yeah, Brian, the computer science department, you can learn a lot there. I will say, and it's been it's hard to believe it's been 20 years. But when I was there were really only a couple professors that really could teach, right? I mean, all the professors knew their stuff, but it's different. It's different knowing your stuff and being able to teach this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be different now, but from what I've heard, it's not radically different. So, I mean, certainly there's some of those professors that have retired by now, I'm sure, but and they've gained new ones. But some of the younger ones when I was there were some of the ones that couldn't teach. But so honestly, the ones that could teach are probably some of the ones that were retired by now. But maybe some of them will learn to teach. I don't know. I mean, one of the ones that couldn't teach was the one I was just telling him at Keyshore.
Hey.
Yeah. But there's. Be prepared to learn on your own a lot, from the book, and well, just be. Honestly, that's what computer science is anyway. I mean,
Right.
I mean the best computer scientists are self-taught for the most part, and the best students there were ones that came in knowing quite a bit, and were looking to get the piece of paper to hang on the wall. So just be prepared for that if you go that route.
Okay, that's what I've been doing for a while, anyways. I like to self teach myself.
Yeah, I can tell because I mean you push beyond. I mean, you're doing some things I haven't done, so which is a good thing because you'll make more money than I will probably. All right.
There was one thing I wanted to point out.
Okay.
When we were doing that first-person controller, our level design, I just wanted to let you know, just in case other students ask, when I was building that end zone, I had to unpack the prefab completely to put the script in it. Otherwise, as soon as you click the run button, it would delete the code. It would delete the script, and then it would just keep giving you errors.
Which prefab?
For the end zone. If I had it open, I could tell you exactly. But when you have that end zone prefab where you have like the checkpoint, when you collide with it, you had a debug log. It says end zone reached.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kept kicking that script right out. You would load it, and then you would click your game manager, find my game manager, that script. It would save it, and then as soon as you would hit the play button, it would delete it. So it wasn't functional. I had to unpack the prefab and then drag the script in, and then drag the game manager into that script.
Which script? The end zone script?
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't have that issue. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just letting you know in case some other students had problem with it.
Yeah, if you can document exactly the steps you took to get that error, that would be cool. So I'd like to.
Okay.
I mean, there may be something that you're doing that I wasn't expecting to be done. You know what I mean?
I mean, all the other ones didn't need to be unpacked, but that one, for whatever reason, maybe it was just on my end, it wouldn't accept it. It would be fine until you clicked play, and then it would say mono script missing. Cannot run. Well, actually, it was running. It would just when you the end zone, it wasn't doing anything.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, you tagged your player as player and everything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
As soon as I unpacked it and I drug the right script in, or the correct script, when I drug the correct script in, and then you had to drag in your game manager to that script, then it ran fine. But it took, I don't know, like an hour and a half to figure that out. Because I was cursing, and I'm like, why is this not working? There's nothing missing. It kept saying there was an error, but there was no errors. So But anyways, I just wanted to let you know.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, if you can document exactly what the errors were, I'd like to see them. But yeah, I'm not sure because I mean, other than the game manager not having that one function that I had to put in there and tagging the player, it seemed to work for me. So I don't know.
Okay.
All right. If there's no other questions, I'm gonna get out of here. I had to run the pit and meet a student. All right, so you are free to go. I will log out shortly.